Hello again. So here it is, Christmas 2025 is approaching, and I thought that this year I would take a look at my top 5 Elvis Christmas album covers. Now, I always find it very difficult to choose top anything, and I agonise over the choices, and if I had to make the same choices next week I'd probably choose something different. But certain albums always come to the top, not necessarily in the same order. So we'll do the top 5 for me, but we'll start with an honourable mention. And this is a sentimental honourable mention. And for many of us who were fans in the 70s and 80s, when we talk about Elvis's Christmas album, this is what we were talking about. The Camden. Available every year for years. Sold millions of copies. And for many non-fans, this is Elvis's Christmas album as far as they're concerned. Now, this was the album that we always put on when we were decorating the tree. And I still do it. We put our tree up on Sunday, so I put this on. There are of course better sounding versions of the album, but I still like to get this one out. Reminds me of days gone by. So that's the honourable mention. It's a decent cover. So, what is number 5? Number 5, Elvis's Christmas album, VPI label from France. I just like the cover, I like the look of it. A slightly moody looking Elvis. It is a cover that looks fantastic from a distance. Don't get too close because the quality of the image isn't that great close up. But it doesn't really matter because you're not going to stand there looking at it close up, are you? I just like it. Something about it. The reverse is just plain text, red text on a white background. Would have been nice to have maybe some holly or something here and there, but no complaints. It's funny that my top 5 are all the 57 album. So come on, cover designers, you need to do better for the 70s album. Number 4 is this one. So this is Brazil. This was released in 1961. Now, there's nothing particularly Christmassy about it, it's just a great shot. And being largely white and red involved, Christmassy colours, Elvis's Christmas album across the top. Now you may notice at the top there's a small hole punched in, and that's how it was released, because just like the original American release of Elvis's back, you could hang it up as a calendar. Thankfully they didn't, because they might have written on it. So inside we have a couple of nice pictures. Get it the right way up. Got it wrong again. So there you go, that's the Brazilian Christmas album. Now you may be thinking, I recognise the cover, because of course in Germany they released an EP, Elvis Presley Sings, using exactly the same image, slightly cropped. So that's a lot cheaper way of getting one, as it is quite an expensive album. The disc itself is on the dark blue Brazilian label. A very nice copy of the album. Number 3 must of course include the original Elvis's Christmas album as released in America. An absolute classic. This is the original American release. Now of course it is a gatefold with photographs. I don't like to take this out because it's in good condition and it is prone to being damaged just by opening it. The spine's in good condition, so but you all know what it looks like anyway. So that's number 3. Number 2 and number 1 are pretty interchangeable. So number 2, Elvis's Christmas album from New Zealand. Fantastic design, very simple. 3 choir boys, a snowy Christmas night, Elvis shining like the new moon in the sky. I just love the simplicity of it, and it just speaks Christmas. The back is very plain, just text. So that's number 2. But sometimes it's number 1. So number 1 is the Japanese version of Elvis's Christmas album. Now Elvis's face doesn't appear on the cover. Well, not the front cover anyway. But what a design. That just says Christmas. I would personally have put the white Elvis Presley down here, but I'm not going to criticise it. Beautiful design. Now sadly, of course, this isn't an original. An original will set you back many hundreds, even £1,000 in good condition. Hopefully one day. So this is the recently released VPI version, which is a limited edition. It is still available, so if you haven't got it, I would grab one. So that's my top 5 favourite Christmas album covers. Do you have one that I didn't include? As I said, they're pretty interchangeable. You could swap that 5 around and I'd still be happy. Now, I have added a couple of new Christmas items, CDs, which hopefully there. So the first was this, Elvis Presley Christmas Wishes. Now, it is a mixture of 50s and 70s Christmas and gospel. That may possibly look like an unofficial release, but in fact it is a Sony BMG release for TCM, which I believe is the film channel. So there's that, released in America. And the other thing that I picked up was Elvis Home for the Holidays, in a very nice tin box. Again, it is a BMG release, collector's edition. So inside you get It's Christmas Time, BMG, and you get some goodies. For some reason you get this door tag. Elvis has left the building, Elvis is in the house. You get a selection of cards which don't have anything to do with Christmas, which is an odd choice. You get a little booklet which goes through Elvis's life. And then you get a candle shaped like, I assume, it's supposed to be the 68 TV special guitar, with a little stand so the wick comes out of the top here. That is of course a candle that's never going to be lit. I can't see anybody actually destroying it. Well, there you go. Don't know when it came out. You can still find it for sale at reasonable price. So worth picking up. Earlier today I was listening to the radio, of course playing a lot of Christmas music, and they did play Blue Christmas. Occasionally you'll hear If Every Day Was Like Christmas, but I thought they're missing a trick. They could put out a single that would get, I'm sure, good radio play every year, and that's the Elvis Christmas medley. So you string these 4 songs together. The opening and the first verse of Santa Claus is Back in Town, into Santa Bring My Baby Back to Me, into Here Comes Santa Claus, into Blue Christmas, and then the last verse and ending of Santa Claus is Back in Town. Of course add the obligatory backing track to string them all together. I think that would be very popular. What do you think? So just a few days to go till Christmas. Hopefully everyone will be where they want to be at this time of year, surrounded by the people they love, and we'll all have a good time. Look forward to a new year. I'll probably do another video before the new year, and we'll try and get on live, have a chat. Till next time, bye for now.